I just got done looking at the first episode, and it's working. It is working. So again, only do this to check your sanity, which is still pretty bad. If your sanity gets too low, you're screwed. We ain't going in there just yet. Alright. Barrel, fuck you. All the teeth chattering, that's Daniel. Damn it, Daniel, how could you? If you're wondering, if you weren't paying attention to the letter from the first one, this is the remains of Wilhelm and his men.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Alexander poisoned the wine and either caused him to explode from the inside out, or the monsters came down here and took him out. And here's remains of William here. And this is William's last words. If you want to read it, I will leave it here just for you guys. As cruel as it is, an even crueler man has punished these guys. Now we're gonna go into this door. Lock, bonk on the head. And this is where our sanity is going to be really flipping low. So we're going to have no choice but to waste some tinder boxes here. So again, this is where it kind of teaches you, like, how to move shit out of the way. Good enough. keep in mind of where our oil is. Like, I could sit here and wait until our sanity gets a little higher, which would be a really good choice, because what's going to happen after this is where you're going to get a good, a half-ass of a good look at something that's going to be wanting to chomp your niblets off. And the thing is, when it points out monster, if you look at him, he's going to exactly know where you're at. Do not look at them. Your best chance is to try to basically find a spot to hide and stay quiet. But if you're out in the open, what might save you is a barrel, or something like a picture frame or something that can cover your body so it can't exactly see you. That is a possibility. But you come over here slightly, just a little bit more, so almost half is where our oil is right now. Our sanity gets fixed. It gets fixed for right now, but after this, it's gonna be totally screwed. That's gonna be totally screwed. There we are. See what I did? I crouched. You want to stay low, and you want to go this way. You want to head this direction. You want to do it on purpose. You want to head right here. You click that, and you just sit here. You just face the wall. You give her a few. You see that? See that in the corner there? You check your sanity. You turn the lantern off. Now, I have done stupid moments like I did on stream when I would play this. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna slowly walk towards him. But I'm gonna stay crouched. You can hear the music pick up, the teeth chattering. Let's check the sanity. Just do it to check the sanity. And without looking at him, you want to slowly make progress. See that hint? You want to pay attention to that. Keep in mind, there's a small chance he still could be there, so stay low. I say that out of experience because I've done stupid stuff before. Strictly for entertainment purposes only. Checking behind the boxes. The only time our sanity is going to clear is when we get what we come for. Double check the sanity. And walk back up. You don't want to run, you want to walk. You want to double check everything. You want to make sure you get everything because it might save your butt in the future. I only did that to check the sanity. Anytime anything like that happens, you're gonna have to. keep in mind your eyes are going to adjust to the darkness. See, your sanity clears. You're gonna have a crystal clear sanity. Again, you just walk. You don't run, you walk. This is gonna trigger the slime. So we're gonna be taking damage. But our sanity is going to clear. That's the main thing. Because our sanity is going to go down. Even if you try to avoid it, you're still going to take damage. And we're going to have to go this way. I do it, here's the thing, I do it this way, and make sure that I have 15 of these, 9 of these, which I originally had 10, but I had put a little bit in there. You know, I have all of this. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need this for later. You wanna hold on to those. Keep in mind, it's going to be pitch darkness when you get out of here, because it's not, this torch ain't going to matter. And what might happen, this torch ain't going to matter either. So the only place you're going to have to keep your sanity, like this will help you clear your sanity. What's up? You shouldn't miss one. Come on. You don't have to worry about anything. Just be patient. We got our acid. All that tells you is like, hey, you're gonna have to play stack a box. Or whatever, that didn't work. And make sure you actually land the jump. And ta-da, you're free. Or are you? Come. Nom. You son of a gun. Hiya. this is where you're probably going to need your lantern a little more often, because you're going to have to keep your sanity in check, because you're going to have no other choice. If you want to use it, but I'm going to try not to.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Light a few. Playing hard mode, that don't matter. When playing hard mode, this doesn't matter at all. Like I said, you're gonna might have to use your oil a little bit more often. Don't worry.
22nd of June, 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Playing hard mode, you needed the tinderboxes to save. You needed at least 4 to save. So playing hard mode, I spent a lot of times dying before I even got to the water part.
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Yeah. Gonna have to use the lantern for extra light. Like I said, when you get to this point, it takes a while. It takes a hot minute. Like, even if you're standing in the light, it takes a hot minute. And everything you're hearing, the footsteps, the dog noises, the screams, that's all the stuff that Daniel experienced before he lost it, had amnesia, before he took the drink. And our sanity's still not quite there yet. I'm gonna have to keep moving though. No choice now. That gives me a little more. See, one of the things that might help to get your sanity back is to doing that to check my sanity so I don't use a thing of oil. Now this is the part where I'm going to sacrifice another thing of oil. The most dreaded part. The most dreaded part is the damn water part. Anytime you really want to freak out and have a freak out moment, this is the part. Right here, this is the part. I'm heading straight to where you need to head. You want to head straight to here for this reason only. To get him to come here. gonna take it. Run like hell. And the first box you see, jump on it. See these body parts I'm throwing? You want to throw them. I want you all to know that got my blood pumping. I'm gonna fill this up because we're gonna need it. Clears our sanity. This is the part where it's gonna suck. Expect me to die at least once. Gets everybody, okay? I don't care what anyone says. That always gets everybody, okay? That always does. Don't need it. We don't need the lantern after this. Not right now. You hear that beautiful music? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We need to go down there, but we have to go down that right there. Hello. I haven't seen you in such a long time, you creepy little baby. You do not need your lantern at this current point in time. Not right now. See, the thing is, you can go ahead and get the cutscene part, the flashing light and all that.
have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Like I said, trying to save as much oil as you can. So when you don't need the oil, don't use it. Here, you're totally fine. You don't have to worry about anything in this part. The only time I would say worry about it is when you go down there, because that's when you're really going to have to worry about it. But we are not going to go into the guest room. We're going to go here. We're going to go to the study. Again, don't use your lantern. Don't waste that oil. If you need to check your sanity, check it. This is about the history, a little bit of history of the orb, because there actually was two. This is about the first one that came to Brandenburg. Again, pause it if you need to. There's always a little bit of lore here. Don't have to worry about much here. Probably gonna have to check the sanity. Little candlelight. Again, you want to look at everything. You want to make sure. You could always end up missing a bit of. Again, check insanity. That's all I'm doing. Come over here. What's over here? I got oil. I got oil. Everybody's gonna be tempted to look over here. There's really nothing to look at. You want to come over here to a well-lit room, and this is where during my first playthrough, this is why I hated Alexander.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
The bastard killed the doggo. Leave it up long enough for you guys to read it. Also, you want to look at the paintings. They tell you if you lost your sanity or not, because they change. I'm not gonna touch that door. Because obviously, if you want your sanity to drastically drop, open that door. Open this door. Chair, come here. Platforming. 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 Ta-da, pickles. So, oh look, a chair. Button. When will it be my turn? I have not shown restraint. My patience spans centuries from where I came. Mankind has not even wasted a breath. And yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained no thing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Alright, so let's do a sanity check. Alright, elevator breaks down again. Make sure you use the system and bring the pressure. Up 8, down 8. Trinity, 4-phase, complete flow circle. And arrive. Clears your sanity. Technically. You're gonna come through here. The only thing you're gonna find is this, really. You're only gonna find tinder boxes in here. But it's a good thing to check. Again, come through here, check your sanity. And then boom. A little bit more oil. And keep an eye on this number. Keep an eye on this number and tinder boxes. That might go down later. I'm just saying it now. If you're wondering, could they be possible for the monster to show up here? Yes. It depends on how low your sanity is and how much noise you make. There is a chance for the grunt, the brute, will spawn. It could happen, but I've never had it happen, and I never had to worry about it. I played it on hard mode on console. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now, the guest room.
My journal's gone. What would they want with my journal?
Journal's gone. Daniel ransacked his room, or someone ransacked his room for his journal. Anyone care to guess who it is? Or who that could be? I'll give you 5 points to Gryffindor if you say Alexander.
Second of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
And yet if you played Rebirth, you find out what happened to him. Click on the bed.
Daniel?
What?
Still having nightmares, I see.
Yes. I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
No matter what,
3rd
Daniel.
of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Because there was two. There were two. And you see this. You're gonna need this. Too bad the only time you're gonna be using it is right here. And it breaks.
The key. Please, let it be here.
Why am I doing this? You'll see soon enough. Look at the painting.
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
4th of July, 1839. It's done! The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
If you want to look at the monster, go ahead. If you want to risk getting caught. After a few minutes, he'll leave. got stuck on the wall there. We almost died there. I had a feeling after I seen him still here, he got stuck on a sledge, and he couldn't move. But yeah, but that's the monster. And us passing out damn near in the closet there, that will happen if your sanity gets too low. And then you'll die. And you look down. The monster brought that in. So here's the thing. I want to clear my sanity before I go down there. And there's only one other spot I could do this without sitting here chilling in the light. And that's coming down to here. Now, what we're going to do here is basically in preparation for what's going to be coming next. I'm going to save that for its episode in itself. So here you still want to look everywhere, just in case, but keep in mind, stay in the light if your sanity is low.
July 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Of course you should, Daniel. Now here's the thing, I've only had the monster come down here once. In one of my playthroughs, for some reason, the monster actually showed up. I have a feelings. You don't go in here. You don't. Which means you go down there. Again, look everywhere. You want to check everything.
Darkness closing in.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that one there. Where is? I'm gonna do that. Always a pain in the ass to find. Oh, sorry. Ah, God, sorry, Beryl. Sorry. Keep in mind, it's best not to make so much noise. But, unless you're someone who has experience, who knows what they're doing. Again, you just want to look. You want to look. Get everything a good look around. Always a reason to look.
July 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
No, he will. Maybe not now, but he will. Right now, it's just preparation. That's what we're doing. I want to point out too that this is where I had the monster spawn on me. It only happened once. So the monster can spawn down here. Still needs work. But for right now, we're done. We're done for right now. We just have to go somewhere else to get the rest of it. And then we're gonna have to come back into, I believe this room. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back into this room to do that part. And we're going to have to come back into the first room here to finish this part here where I'm gonna light. We're gonna see if that's right or not. Probably not. It might take some figuring. Should I know that? Yeah, I should. But it's one of those things. It's just a puzzle. So this shouldn't trigger anything because we haven't actually finished it. It'll only trigger all the nasty crap when we actually do finish it. So we ain't got anything to worry about right now. And strange, why is this door open? Or closed. It shouldn't be closed. It should be open. And you know that piece of meat, that piece of flesh I threw down? It's back up here again. That's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep coming back to this spot. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I want to thank you guys for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Because in the next one, we're gonna go down there. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get 2 more rods. Then we're gonna go back towards the elevator. And then we're gonna have fun in absolute hell. Peace.